36 hours. Something like that. Actually, we spent like a day creating this. Essentially, we sort of wanted to create a VR system game involving. So you are sort of you take the first person perspective of a bird, a raven, and the game sort of mythological story is about you being a raven that collects souls. That's right, right?
Yeah. Carry them to the land.
Yeah, so we sort of wanted to do a VR game, but before that we sort of prototyped it on a desktop game. So she starts it off. So you start off first person perspective and you start off into a nest, and the aim of the game is to collect as many souls within the time limit. So when you pop out of your nest, you start gliding. And so imagine your VR system, you're looking down and you have to sort of like visualize where you're going. So if you look down, then you get momentum, and then when you look up, you sort of glide towards upwards. But we realized that we sort of realized this before. but for a VR game, I think it's very dizzy. Like having to move your neck like left and right, and look up and down constantly to sort of move around this 3D environment. It's not going to happen in your mindset, I think. So what we learned was we're not going to pitch this game to anyone yet. We're not going to Kickstart it or what's the other one? Keep developing it. I think we want to sort of go back to the drawing board and rework the design so that we don't have to have this 3D environment. Instead, we simplified it. We simplify and narrow down the design where it's going to work without making you dizzy, I guess. Yeah. But it was a good experience. We learned a lot. This is her first 3D game. 3D modeling. Well, she did 3D modeling. And this is sort of my first 3D game as well. And yeah, so it was a good experience. It was fun. And I'm tired. But yeah, it was good.
Okay.
That's our game.
Any questions or comments for?
I kind of asked you already earlier on, and maybe someone else might know in more depth. What's the bird raven soul collecting mythology based from?
Oh, that was from Native American from the South. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Navajo or something like that?
I sort of just want to style it in my own way. Yeah, it's just very loosely based on that myth.
Okay, sweet. Very cool.
Any other questions or comments?